Hey everybody, how you doing? It's your buddy Uncle Bruce. We're here for the first show of the day. Actually, it's the second show of the day. If you're a Gold Bagel member, this is your second show of the day already. Become a Gold Bagel member today and join us for the Trade Alert show before even this show starts. But welcome one and all. It is Tuesday, August the 9th, 2022. And we got a number of things going on today, a lot of things happening as usual simultaneously. We have to pay attention to all of it, but the big story for probably most of us here, we are always curious, how is GameStop doing? How is AMC doing? GameStop 41.75 in the pre-market. We are down right now $1.70 a share on 170,000 volume. We've even been under 41. We might do that again. AMC is off 57 cents to 23.40 at the moment. Volume in the morning for AMC is 1.8 million, 23.39. We were just under 23. We were at 22.82 just a moment ago. So we are running into some resistance, a little recovery, a little more resistance, a little recovery, but we are trending lower on both AMC and GameStop. No surprise, this should not come as a shock to anybody out there. We've got these two stocks just have had a massive run in the last 2-3 weeks. Just looking in the last month for GameStop, we were as low as 32.43 on the 26th of July. That's 14 days ago. That's 2 weeks ago. We were down there, 32.43. We hit yesterday 47.99. That is a 15.50 run per share. Multiply that by 4 to figure out the pre-split number. That's a $60 move, $62 move per share. You think we could have a little pullback? I would say, yeah, that would be not a surprise at all. The question now is, will there be any volume to this drop? Is this going to be a 2-hour event, a 2-day event, a 1-week event? We'll find out. The AMC story, similar kind of move here. A month ago, the 26th of July, again, $14.03. We hit 27.50 yesterday. That is almost a double. From 14 to 28 is a double. 27.50. Let's just call it a double in 2 weeks. Do you think there's a bit of a pullback, Ricardo? I would say, yeah. What I don't understand, and I don't. I find frustrating and I find disappointing, I guess is really the word I'm looking for, though. I'm really disappointed. Even though we know that, let's call it the old school media, if that's a fair titling or labeling, the CNBCs, the some of the Fox Business guys, some of the print journalists like Wall Street Journal, and other business reporters from other publications and entities. These guys hate AMC. They hate GameStop. I mean, GameStop in particular is just, a pariah. So you're not going to get any objective, deep info coming up. But on the AMC front, what really gets me is AMC has friends in the media, and then they have enemies. And the reason that AMC has some friends where GameStop has no friends, one big difference between the two companies. And what is it? It's the CEOs of these companies, the senior management. AMC's guy, the guy who runs AMC, he's everywhere. He'll talk to anybody. He wants camera time. He needs camera time. He uses camera time to explain to his zillions of followers how much he loves them, how much he appreciates the shareholders of AMC, how he has dedicated the stock symbol of the preferred shares as ape. I mean, you want a guy to be a cheerleader for the meme investors? This is your guy, the CEO of AMC. GameStop, you tell me Have you ever seen an interview of any senior manager of GameStop ever on camera? Since the changeover, I got nothing. I got nothing. I don't have Cohen in public. I don't have his CEO. CFOs have changed. Top management has been kicked out after 6 months. There is nobody talking for AMC's or GameStop's benefit. Nobody talks on behalf of the retail army of investors that exists for GameStop. There is a huge number of investors out there that follow GameStop and own GameStop, and no one at the company acknowledges their existence. Okay. I've done this rant before. You know what I'm talking about. But here's the catch. The CEO of AMC comes out to the public and talks to anybody and everybody about what's going on at the theater. And he puts the spin on it. He puts the spin, the corporate spin, on any news that's coming out of that company. And they're losing money? Well, not as much as before. The shareholder losses were so-and-so. Well, they were worse of the year before that. Can you make money next year? Well, the COVID is over. The restrictions are over. Things are coming along. Hollywood's got movies coming out. We're going to be great. What about inflation? Don't worry about inflation. We're selling more popcorn and cola than ever before. It's always the upside. And that's his job. That is what he's supposed to do. There's supposed to be someone doing this at GameStop too, but there isn't. There's no one at GameStop that does this. They're on a gag order over there. There is a complete news blackout at GameStop, which frustrates the hell out of me, but what can I say? Now, I am disappointed at the press, the financial press, with regards to AMC's developments in the last 3-4 days, which specifically what I'm talking about is this dividend that's going to be paid out to all existing common shareholders of AMC. They're all going to get a share of the preferred shares that are coming out. So there are going to be 516 million common shares and 516 million preferred shares. They're coming out and everyone gets one. And so there will now be over 1 billion shares of AMC stock of some kind floating around out there. And the preferred shares are going to be listed on the exchange with the symbol APE for ape. And it's, an homage to the ape investors. What is not being talked about is the fact that this company is being diluted by 50%, in other words, 100% dilution. That's number one, is not being talked about. Number two, I see headlines everywhere talking about AMC is going to tackle its debt by instituting a dividend to its investors, to its shareholders, with no detail, none, because there isn't any detail. How in the world can AMC raise a dime from any of this to pay down its debt? The answer, they can't, and they won't. The reality is that the investors of AMC, the common shareholders right now of AMC, are all going to get a stock for free. They're going to get a preferred share for every share of common they have for nothing. And for some reason, there's some kind of a magical formula out there that I can't find that says once they get that done, the company will begin to raise money by issuing more preferreds to investors to pay down the debt. And I'm thinking, who are these investors that are going to want to buy these preferred shares on top of the 516 million of them that are already going to be out there? Who in their right mind is going to want to buy preferred shares in AMC? What is in it for them? Do the preferreds pay a 10% cash dividend every year? No. The common shareholders are going to get these preferreds. They're not going to pay any dividends. Do they have conversion rights into common shares as of this minute? No, they don't. So they're just a class of prefs that are out there. Do they have any voting power? Can they, affect the election of board of directors? Can they affect the future of the management? I don't know. I can't tell you. I don't know the damn details. This is a black void of information. This is a black hole. We got nothing. And interviewer after interviewer that gets the CEO on camera doesn't ask these questions. And the reality is, there's $5.3 billion in debt hanging over AMC's head right now. And if they want to pay that debt down in any serious way, they got to be able to sell a ton of these preferreds out of the treasury to pay that debt down somehow, some way, even if they can knock it off by a quarter, 20%, a third. There has to be a value to these preferred shares on the open market. There has to be a value. And there has to be a reason why investors would want to get into these preferred shares to invest in a company that just went from 500 million shares outstanding to 1 billion shares outstanding to possibly going out to 1.5 to 2 billion shares outstanding. By the time this is said and done, the next 2 years, even 3 years, GameStop could have 2 billion shares out there in the form of common shares, preferred shares. And by the time this happens, the preferred shares could be completely convertible 1-for-1 into common shares with voting rights, no dividend, but 2 billion shares out. Now, what should the stock trade for if this company somehow miraculously can issue enough stock to make a dent in their debt load, but have 2 billion shares outstanding from where they were a week ago with 500 million shares outstanding? Certainly not $25 a share, $24 a share. There's no way this isn't going to be a $50 billion company. There's no way AMC is going to be a $50 billion guy. You can talk about the mother of all short squeezes all you want. I don't care. There are now going to be, in the future, 2 billion shares you can borrow to short the bejesus out of this stuff. There is going to be no shortage of paper to short this stuff. I can't see any upside for the deal. I don't even know why it's trading where it's trading at. I have no way of justifying 23.37 right now on the pre-market. I got nothing. This was $10, $12 a share a month ago. 6 weeks ago, it was $10 a share. There is no way it is worth $23 even now. I just don't get it. And what is the panic? There are people theoretically panic buying the stock so they can get the dividend? Really? You want to panic buy to get this thing? What do you think the preferreds are going to trade at when they start trading? They're going to trade at $23 a share, just like the commons? Like miraculously, all the shares of GameStop are going to trade at 23 or 25 a share times 1 billion shares, and they haven't paid a nickel of their debt down and have no prospects of any money coming in from any investor at all. I can't get there. And there is no one in a position of seniority in this financial world in which the financial media that I'm part of now. I'm part of the financial media through YouTube. I'm a little tiny YouTuber that's going, hey, pay attention to me. How are these guys going to raise any money to pay down their debt? Hello. I don't know. And there's no one asking these questions. And this guy, the CEO, he gets away with interview after interview after interview without having to answer the hard question. Where are you getting these buyers from? And what are you offering them? What is the upside for a buyer to buy pref shares from your treasury in the long run to help you repay your debt down? The company just doubled its stock and it's going to double it again. I don't get it. All right. Enough of that. I want to talk to you about a couple of other little things. We're talking here. You're hearing a lot of scuttlebutt out there about the markets and the bear market and the bottom has already been set, and we're going to go to we've got a new bull market. It's all going to be Shangri-La. It's going to be great. Let me show you something over here. I've got my board set up over here, and let me pop that up on a solo thing and show you what I've got. All right, first of all, welcome to August the 9th, 2022. The S&P 500 index, okay, for the last year, the high has been 4,808 points. The low is 3639 back in June, and right now we're at 4136. That's approximately where we are on this index. Now, there are all kinds of pundits out there saying you can't just go down the 3639 and then come back to a new high of 4,800 and up without testing this low again. You've got to come down here, and you've got to have complete capitulation to really know that this is the bottom for sure. And I can tell you, kids, in this world in which we live, you cannot have a 8-second attention span bear market. It just doesn't work that way. We don't have an 8-second attention span inflation market. We don't have interest rates going up for 8 seconds and then coming back down. All of this is inside of video games where you have 8-second attention span moves and major developments and what have you. But in real life, it doesn't work that way. Everything in the outside world is slow motion. And what we love to do is we love to look at time-lapse videos of the world changing, or a building being built, or a harbor being dredged. And we go, look at that. Look at that building go up in 25 seconds. Isn't that great? You can't build a building in 25 seconds. You cannot repair a stock market like this in a time frame where you hit the bottom in June, and here we are August the 9th, and everything is fine now? No way. There are pros out there who are saying we need a capitulation in the market, and we need to hit 34.84. If we get down there, we've really bottomed this thing out. And from there, we can build a base. But we're talking 6 months of base building here, not 6 days or 6 weeks. The other rumor, the other talk from analysts going around has been, well, if we can break 42.32, that is a new bull market. We will have eviscerated the lows, and we're at 41.36. We only need to go to 42.32, and everything will be great. We're all going to sing Kumbaya around the campfire. We're going to hold hands and eat s'mores. It's going to be just great. Dream on, people. It's just not going to happen. We have got some devastating news coming out, unfortunately, in the economy. We have got slowdowns coming up. We've got layoffs. We have companies missing targets. We have got military activity going on now all around Taiwan that is going to disrupt the world economies. We've got Ukraine just in a real mess here. We haven't even started with the problems. We haven't had a winter yet in Ukraine. We've only had the war in the spring and the summer, where it started in the winter. It was supposed to be over in 3 weeks. And now we hear from the Pentagon, from analysts, that the Russians are looking at 80,000 casualties between injured, desertions, and deaths out of 150,000 troops in the country right now, and they haven't been able to secure their objectives. The world's second largest, supposedly, military can't knock off the Ukrainian leadership and what have you. Thank you, America. Thank you, United Kingdom. Thank you, Canada, Germany, all the NATO countries who have been supplying the Ukrainians with arms. And it's just kicking the Russians' butts. And they are paying a terrible, terrible price. But we're not done yet. This isn't done. Putin isn't going to just throw in the towel and go, oh, well, I tried. You know, it's 3 months, 4 months. I gave it a go. I guess we'll just go back to Russia. You know, maybe we'll lick our wounds and come back in another 5 years. They're not going to do that. He cannot afford to be seen as a weak leader. He has to go all in. He has to go in deeper and harder. And this is going to get uglier. China, Taiwan, this is getting uglier. This is not getting back to normal anytime soon. The Chinese are going to start to implement shipping lane cutoffs for trade. They're going to try to isolate Taiwan and starve them out. These war games are not games. The war game actually is war undeclared against Taiwan. That is what's happening. No one wants to say it because any politician that says it now will have a billion microphones in their face going, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? America doesn't want to do anything about it. America does not want to send 200,000 American boys and girls over there to try to liberate an island that is a few dozen miles off the China shore. They would rather send the Taiwanese the arms that they need to defend themselves. The problem is it's not much of a fair fight between China and an island just off the coast of China. It's going to be an ugly winter coming up all over the place. And these markets are not recovering anytime soon because those factors are just going to drive the markets lower and the economies of the world lower. And we are not out of the woods yet, no matter how you want to spin it or hope for it. You think that everything is great because the stock goes up in price? Think again. That is it can be a manufactured bit of happiness, but the reality is the underlying corporations themselves are what we're talking about here. And we have got companies underneath some, decent stock moves in the last few weeks that are sick and are not doing too well and are quietly telling analysts, we're not going to hit our third quarter, we're not going to hit our fourth quarter projections. News coming out of Nvidia today is not good. Nvidia is going to miss their latest number, their second quarter financials. They were supposed to sell 8.1 billion in chips. The number is going to be 6.7 billion. They're going to miss by 1.4 billion dollars the 8.1 billion target sales numbers. This isn't like a 1 or 2% slight miss. We almost made it. We're like 98.5% of the way there. No, this is 15+%, and it's going to be devastating. The stock is being downgraded already. Mitsu has cut the price target to 250 from 290. It isn't at 250 right now. This is not good. Tesla, they're doing their 3-for-1 stock split. They've announced their date as August the 17th. If you're a shareholder, August 17th, you will then get a dividend. You will then have 3 shares of Tesla for every one you have. It will start trading on a 3-for-1 basis on August the 25th, which I think is a Thursday, 2 weeks from now. But in the meantime, there's your happy news for shareholders. But the reality in Tesla's world is their plant in Shanghai is way off from deliveries. In June, the company delivered 78,906 Teslas out of the Shanghai plant. July, the number was 28,217. We're talking about 50,000 fewer vehicles that came out of that plant. This is devastating for the numbers of Tesla into the third quarter. Those numbers have not been reflected in the second quarter. They're coming up for the third quarter, and the stock is splitting 3-for-1. I would not be chasing down Tesla stock for a mega run. I would be looking at a short situation or puts. We're going down on Tesla. It's going to back off because the reality of the numbers coming out by the end of September is going to be god awful. It's not going to be great. Good news for Tesla. The U.S. government passed the Biden bill over the weekend, and that it gives credits for people to buy electric cars. Yeah, but now the details of that bill are coming out, and it's so complicated that a number of Americans may not even qualify for any of these. And the devil is in the details, and you can count on government to make it very complicated and very onerous. This remains to be seen whether it's any good or not. Other news, Rocket Lab. I put the symbol up here, RKLB. The Wall Street Journal. There's an article on Rocket Lab in the Wall Street Journal, and it seems to be rather positive, talking about a company well positioned to score serious contracts through because of the Ukrainian conflict. The amazing thing about the war in the Ukraine is that Rocket Lab could really benefit from this because of satellite technology and surveillance that is needed. And this is going to be interesting to see how this plays out. I note also that tomorrow we're getting earnings from Matterport and Spire. Thursday, Sixtera is reporting. If anybody knows out there when Rocket Lab is reporting, let me know. We'll add that to the list. But the Rocket Lab shares this morning have not moved up yet. We're trading, 10,300 shares at 542, down 3 cents. But apparently the article was a positive article this morning in the Wall Street Journal. This is the kind of stuff I love to see, is when a company that was a SPAC, and they refer to it as a former SPAC, gets this kind of coverage from a senior source like the Wall Street Journal. This means worldwide exposure in print and on the social media. And this has a profound impact in the long run on the exposure of the company's shares to people who do not know who these guys are, because they only hear about SpaceX, they hear about all the Elon Musk rocket missions, and all these guys get the press. Rocket Lab just quietly builds their company and builds their street cred and adds launch contracts to their backlog of launch contracts. And this is a winner in disguise. It is an underappreciated and unknown entity in the big scheme of things. But articles like today can go a long way to expose this company. And do not be surprised if over the next few days and weeks, more analysts will start to jump on Rocket Lab's story and start to basically educate the world as who they are, what they do, and what their prospects are. We know these guys are winners, but the market as a whole needs to find this out themselves. Remember, number of shares outstanding now, 463 million. Only 229 are in the public float. 17 million are shorted, which is 7.6% on Rocket Lab. And these guys are sitting on a bunch of money. They are doing just fine from their underwriting. So we'll keep an eye on that. A SPAC with a lot of money, former SPAC with a lot of money in the bank, now getting exposure in the Wall Street Journal. GameStop is down $1.35 in this pre-market. We are at $42.10. We had been as low as $41 at 821. That is 37 minutes ago. We were at $41 on GameStop. We're at 42.10 this morning. Early we were in 44 range. Even higher than that, we were into the 44.20 range. Way back overnight, 44.40. Closed last night 43.45. Tried to go higher in the aftermarket, and in the pre-market this morning, it's been red. 218,000 traded on GameStop, which is the highest number of shares traded in the pre-market in quite some time. And we're lower. We're going to see if this little rally from 41 to 42.10 can hold, or will it fizzle out. We'll watch for that. AMC 23.38 now, down 59 cents on the morning. Closed last night at 23.96. We've traded 2.2 million shares so far today. We're off 59 cents. We reached a low, it looks like, of 22.87 or so, 22.82 at 8:16. Again, that was 45 minutes ago roughly. And we've had a little rally since, but we've topped out in the last 15, 20 minutes. We got up to 23.50. Now we're at 23.27, and we're backing up again on AMC. We'll watch this closely, as we always do. We have a half an hour until we start trading for the day. All right. That is the story that I have for you so far. This index here, the S&P, 4,800 for the high, 36.39 for the low, 41.36 now, roughly. We are 700 away from the high, not quite, and we have recovered about 500 points. So we're still below the halfway mark, and I believe we go lower before we are through the bear market. I think we have to hit a lower low than what we're doing, than what we've done already. which means we're going to have to go below this to really get full capitulation. There's an article out there talking about how in 2008, 2009, when we had the financial crisis and all of that, when the shares had their fallout and they hit their lows, by the time the market hit its lows after the 2000 financial meltdown, 88% of investors felt that they were not going to get their money back from the fallout of the market. They figured 88% figured, oh gosh, we're not gonna get our dough back. That's capitulation. And that, of course, guess what happens? The market goes up when 88% of the people out there figure, I'm going to throw in the towel. I'm getting out. The percentage of capitulation on the low in June, 33%. It was only 33% felt that we have hit such a low number, we're never coming back. Not 88%, not 81%. And this is where the analysts are going, we're not done yet. We have not had capitulation at all. We had another week or two of prices down there. We would have ground all of you into a pulp. You would have all been dissuaded from the markets. You would have all been upset. But many of you who are here on this channel, hanging out with me, you're looking at the market going, so what? It went down to 36. I don't care if it goes back down there. You know what my options are going to do? I'm going to make nothing but money if the markets want to back off a little bit. And maybe a pullback would be a good idea for the health of the overall market. And so those of us who are, in the crowd of option writers, don't mind these pullbacks. They're not a problem for us. They're an opportunity to make some money in the stock market. We are 28 minutes away from opening for the day, watching all kinds of stuff at the same time. Heard this morning some more devastating news out of China, economic devastating news. The real estate companies over there, it's trillions of dollars of nightmares. Trillion. But we're not hearing that number. We're hearing numbers in the billions, because what China is trying to do with the real estate nightmare they've got is they're trying to segment it into different segments. And they're trying to convince investors, bankers, and their own citizens that all is well. Just like Kevin Bacon in the movie Animal House, all is well. And then he gets crushed into a flat pancake at the end of the movie when everyone panics. They're trying to just break it down into little pieces and trying to show the world that we can handle this little problem, we can handle this little problem, we can handle this little problem, and everything will be okay. Unfortunately for China, the outside world is not that easily fooled. You might be able to convince the locals by controlling all media, controlling all newspapers, all radio stations, all television stations, all press releases from the government is all sanctioned and censored by the Communist Party. And so you only get one message out of China. We are great and everyone else is screwed up. And China does everything right and the United States does everything wrong. And everything wrong in China can be blamed on democracy-loving countries. So that's why you got to love us, the Communist Party. There's a $70 billion nightmare brewing right now that is coming up that is going to explode into a huge bunch of defaults. And apparently, the Chinese government had somehow tried to convince real estate companies and cities where these real estate companies were operating in to the word I'm trying to find is, I want to say reclassify or I can't come up with the word. They're trying to find a way to say, let's not call the nightmare this, let's call the nightmare that. And what they've done is they've shifted this massive amount of debt that the real estate companies have had into sovereign wealth funds, where they've convinced a lot of Chinese mom and pops, families, individual investors to sink their life savings into wealth funds that pay a very nice dividend, and they're trying to show them that by investing in this, you can reach your retirement goals a lot sooner than not doing this. And a lot of Chinese people and small businesses and companies have poured probably trillions, but certainly hundreds of billions of dollars into these sovereign wealth type structures that are all backed by the real estate companies who are way behind in delivering condos and homes to people who've bought them. There is a dividend coming up. I think it's in between now and the fall. It's coming up, and it's at least $70 billion required to satisfy the next dividend payment. And nobody knows where it's coming from. The real estate companies haven't got the money. The cities where they are operating in, they don't have the money. They're all in debt up to their eyeballs because they've leveraged themselves into this national dream of the greatness of China. China, the government, doesn't want anything to do with this, because if China, the national government, bails out this fund, they have to bail out all the others. And we're talking about trillions of dollars in bailouts that the country cannot afford to pay out. Someone has to be a loser here. And the worry in China is, if you do not pay these hundreds of millions, tens of millions, hundreds of millions of investors their dividend on time, these are the folks that end up on the front steps of banks demanding their money back. And these are the folks that the secret police send into these crowds to beat the shit out of people who dare ask for their money back. And they arrest them for being rabble rousers and being, agitators. So you're standing there with a sign going, "Can I have my money back, please?" And you get the crap beat out of you by a plainclothes police officer who then turns you over to a police officer in uniform, and they charge you with treason and sedition and every hooliganism and everything else. And all you're doing is trying to get your money back. And every judge in the courtroom you're going to will find you guilty, and you're in jail. And now you don't get your money because you're not there to collect it. This is how you take care of business. Anyway, this is coming. It is coming. Everyone knows it. Xi Jinping is going for his vote this fall to get another 10-year term and to distract all that attention away from this nightmare. And it is only the tip of the iceberg. What's Xi Jinping up to right now? He is encircling Taiwan with his military and firing live missiles and doing plane sorties all over the place and cutting off shipping lanes to Taiwan and really causing a disturbance over there. All because, Nancy Pelosi came here. It's her fault that all this problem is happening. It's Nancy's fault. Always it's Nancy's fault. Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, thanks. So there you go. That is what's going on with China, all right? And the markets have not been paying attention in the last couple of weeks to this because we've had a recovery on our markets. Take a look at this. We were down as low as 36.39 on the S&P, and we're back to 41.36. What's the problem? What is there to worry about? Everything is great. Everyone's making money in this little recovery. The bull market is back. The bear market is over. And we can now, like I said before, we can start singing Kumbaya by the campfire. Not gonna happen, kids. No. The China problem will escalate out. And where it will really get bad is China has invested trillions of dollars over the last 10 years into third world countries, especially Africa, to buy influence and build infrastructure and get these third world countries going so that they can become consumer countries to buy Chinese goods. Get these countries onto their feet, get them exporting goods to China, and China exports goods back to them and build a trading relationship. This is all business 101. This is good strategy. The problem is that these countries that they're trying to prop up are rife with corruption. worse than the corruption in China, as if there isn't corruption in China, much worse than in China, and human rights abuses that are just unspeakable, including genocide in some of these African countries. There's problems over there. We don't hear about it because it just isn't in our national interest to care. The Chinese are finding that their friends over in these third world countries, they're not buying their goods. They are not getting off of their duffs to become industrialized and to become consumer-driven countries, because it's everyone for themselves over there. It's bribes, bribes, bribes. You want your power, you want electrical power in your new home that you've just built, you got to bribe the power officials to connect your house to the power grid. You want computer connection, you got to bribe those guys. You want water and sewer, you got to bribe those guys. You want your pension check to arrive on time every month, you got to bribe the guy who gives you your check at the post office. There are bribes for every level of society all the way down, and this is common throughout many of the Russian territories, all of Africa, many countries where China and Russia do most of their business, and it's not working. The Chinese aren't getting the return they were looking for. They're dependent on the American economy, American consumers, to buy cheap Chinese goods and keep buying cheap Chinese goods. And they're dependent on the Europeans. The problem for the Chinese is Americans and the Europeans are about to enter a recession, and we're about to cut back on what we're going to be buying unless it's essential to life itself. And there are certain things that come out of China that are not essential for life itself, a lot of things. And the Chinese are going to find that their export markets are being cut back. And if they keep fooling around the way they're fooling around with Taiwan, guess what happens next? The Europeans and the Americans and Canadians and the G20, all of us that are not China, will start to cut back on trade with China, just like we did with Russia. And so the Russians and Chinese can trade with them themselves all they want, but the rest of us will cut them off bit by bit by bit. It's a death by 1,000 cuts. And it just gets uglier and uglier and uglier. And unfortunately, we will pay a price for this action, as the Chinese are paying a price for this action. And this will last 25 years. Why do I say 25 years? Why don't I say 2.5 days, 2.5 weeks, 2.5 months? I mean, come on, Bruce, 25 years. Because in the case of the Chinese, you want to nail these guys with something, you're talking a generation now. Because they don't look at the future like we do. They don't look at everything has to happen by the end of this quarter. Our financials will be posted every 13 weeks. We've got to outdo what we did before. Chinese look at their country in 1,000-year increments. They've been around for thousands of years, and they expect to be around in thousands of years. And they all know that the present day people in China will be completely replaced in 100 years with a whole bunch of new people in China. And 100 years later, they'll turn over yet again, if not every 50 years. Same thing in America. We just don't talk about it very much. I'm 66. How long have I got? Am I in 66 years? There'll be another guy like me doing this. I'm not here anymore. The turnover. And China looks at the big picture and go, yeah, okay, well, if we're going to have a trade war with the West, well, we'll just cut them off for 25 years and then we'll talk about it. That's how they operate. That is their mentality. The losing face is a big deal over there. You can't embarrass them in public very much unless by brute force. But then you've got to take out so many of them. And there is no drive for that in the West. We are not interested in annihilating 400 million Chinese people. That's not in our wheelhouse of interest right now. We'd rather trade with them and beat them on the trading platforms and, either buy their chips or make our own. And if ours are better, we'll buy ours and not theirs. That's why we'd rather fight them. But the Chinese are getting to the point bit by bit by bit by bit going, we will risk everything to win. You won't. We know you won't. You're lazy. You North Americans are fat. You're diabetic. You're sick. You're old. You haven't got enough kids to fight us. You don't have enough babies. You're not going to have an army over the next 30 years that can challenge us. And we know that we do. We have the birth rate, we have the population, and we're prepared to sacrifice everything that you aren't. And that's where they win. It's just that simple. It's nothing personal. It's just business. And they're into business all the way. We're in for a quick buck. And that's our weakness. And that's just the way it is. And that's just normal. It's nothing personal. I'm not mad at anybody. I'm not trying to downplay any country. I'm just telling you from this vantage point, that is the way it is. Germany, France, the United Kingdom, Canada, the USA, China, we are old. Our country, our average age of our countries is up there. We have got a huge number of seniors that are living longer than ever before, which is a testament to how great it is. It's a testament to how wonderful we are that our seniors are living longer than they did in the 30s and the 40s and the 50s. The problem is we didn't have enough kids to replace ourselves with the next generation to take us to the next level. And we in the West are cutting back immigration. We've decided we're not going to get out of this dilemma by having kids. And we've also decided we're not getting out of this dilemma by importing labor, by importing citizens. We are cutting back. And anyone who's not from around here, we look at them with disdain. On average, I'm not saying every single one of us. I'm not picking on you guys. It's just the overall feeling. And if you look at political campaigns in Europe, you look at the political campaigns in North America, anti-immigrant campaigning is really popular right now, has been now for over a decade, and it is not stopping. And unfortunately, what we don't want to admit, or we politically are definitely not admitting, is our solution to our malaise in the West, when I say the G20, is if we were to bring in millions of immigrants and allow them to become citizens of our country and have kids, their children will join the military. Their children will be the workers we need. Their children will be the engine that will drive this country forward. But we're not of that ilk. We're not thinking along those lines. And that is the story of a lovely lady who had 3 children of her own. The Brady Bunch. It's just not happening. And our standard of living is dropping. We're getting older. And we're becoming less productive. And it's now becoming more and more important that Canada, the USA, Britain, France, Germany, Italy, Spain, we have to become more efficient with our workforce. We have to become more productive with our workforce to keep our standard of living where it is, because we don't have the grunt power, the absolute army of workers to drive forward our economies with brute strength. We don't have the numbers. So we're innovators, and we come up with robotics to make it easier to do whatever. And it's going to get to the point where you're going to go to your McDonald's one day, and you're going to go through the drive-through at McDonald's, and you're going to want a soda. And you're going to use your debit card, and you're going to flash it on a little screen that tells you how much it is. And then you drive up to the window, and you're going to get a cup handed to you. And it's going to be full of soda. And there will not be a human being giving it to you. It will be a robot giving it to you, because certain functions at our fast food restaurants, whether we drive through or go inside the store, inside the restaurant, will become roboticized. And you'll notice that McDonald's will go from 20 employees to 12 to 8 to 6. And certain things that have to be done by hand, like reloading the robot, putting cups into the robot's delivery system and straws and all that, yeah, that'll be done by a human. Unpacking the boxes and loading everything up. But the actual function of dealing with the customer will become roboticized more and more. Every fast food restaurant is going to do this. Every retailer is going to do this. You've already noticed the self-checkout lines. We are the checkout people now. Go into a Walmart. Go into your local Walmart and tell me how many of your checkout tills are left? How many cash registers are left out of the 50 they used to have? Every Walmart used to have at least 50 cash registers. And at Christmas time, all 50 were full of people getting us through line. Each one had a lineup, 3, 4, 5 people deep. Not anymore. It's now going to your Walmart. There's only 3 or 4 or 6 cash registers left. Every other cash register, do it yourself. Check out your own stuff. And with 1 or 2 people in there to handle all 30 of these tills, and they have an island of cash registers here, another island over here. And if you have less than 20 items, you can go into this carousel of checkout machines. You have more than 20 items, you go to that carousel of checkout machines, and they have staff there to help you get through. But you don't have any more 50 employees checking you out at your local Walmart anymore. Now they're down to 10, 12. That is the way it's going. And it's going to continue on and continue on to the point where soon, 3, 4 years from now, you're not even going to have a checkout machine anymore. You're not going to have a cash register anymore. You're going to put stuff in your cart, and it's going to be added to your account. And if you take it out of the cart, you don't get charged for it. You leave it in your cart, you're being charged for it. And when you go out the door, you will either buy a bag, depending on how many you need, or you'll have brought your own in, which we're doing now. And it is becoming more and more automated at every step of the way. And soon in Costco, we will not have checkout counters anymore. We'll have pre-checked out in the floor itself. And we can just walk out the door with our stuff. And the gal at the front door, yeah, they may check our device, our electric device versus what we have. She might scan our shopping cart, and it'll say shopping cart number AB101102, supposed to have in here 24 items. And if there's booze in there, she'll check for the booze, or he will check for the booze to make sure that's you only have 2 bottles of rye and not 4. But other than that, it's going to be automated, more and more automated. Get ready, because we are old in North America. We are old in Europe. We don't have the personnel to run it anymore. We don't have cheap labor anymore that we can use to give us the lifestyle that we've been used to from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, all the way up. Big changes are coming and will continue to come. Welcome to the future, everybody. Nice to see you here. We've got 7 minutes to go until we open for trading today. We have noticed a pullback in some of our favorites. We're keeping an eye on things. Rocket Lab is down a nickel, which to me is incredible. SoFi down 32 cents. We got GameStop down 116. AMC is off 20. I'm going to just refresh my screen just to make double sure I'm right on live here. Rocket Lab down 3, SoFi down 31, GameStop down 96, AMC plus 14, Matterport down 6, 23andMe down 57 cents to 341, Spire down 4, up 4 cents on Spire, ATIP up 1 to $1.18. We got SmartRent up 7. We got Cyxtera, no trades, no changes. Apple down $1.04. Goldman down 98 cents. Cisco up 42. Tesla down 2 cents. ARC Innovations down 73 cents. Microsoft down 137. Bed Bath Beyond up 35 cents to 11.81. Pfizer down 12. HPQ down 31. Carvana down 131. Twitter down 24. Google down 90, and Amazon down 106. If you don't see massive changes yet, we may get them later in price. We'll see if this market has any kind of a pullback or not. But at the moment, it's fractional changes in price as the market is trying to figure out what is going on and what is it going to do. We've got the futures right now in the Dow off 8 points. We've got S&P down 11. We got NASDAQ down 90. Coronavirus update. China shutters the storied Tibet Palace amid virus outbreak. Headline just coming through. China's Achilles heel that they have, 1.3 billion people. They need to create 100 million jobs a month, and they have a COVID strategy that is devastating to their economy. And they've got an economy in absolute shambles, and they're trying to cover it up and not let the bankers know how bad off they really are. These guys are becoming as bad off financially as the Russians were as a Soviet Union empire. as the wall started to come down in 1989. The Americans and the Europeans managed to bankrupt the Soviet Union and all of its satellite states back in the 80s when the arms race was on. Ronald Reagan spent gazillions of dollars on the U.S. military in the 80s during his presidency, and George Bush the senior kept it going. And the Russians couldn't keep up with the Americans in how much money they were putting into their military. And the Russians eventually ran out of money and ran out of reserves for their satellite states that they were keeping alive through welfare donations, basically. And that's when they began to break away. We began to notice how all kinds of satellite states like Hungary, Romania, the Czech Republic, they all walked away from the Russians, the Soviets. And this kept going. And eventually the Berlin Wall fell down, the Iron Curtain fell down, and the Soviet Union dismantled into fractional scenarios. And we're dealing with now more fallout again as Putin is trying to put it back together again, and he doesn't have the dough. And right now the West is trying to bankrupt Russia to dare them to keep going into Ukraine. They're making it incredibly expensive for Russia to do this. And now China is finding that they are bankrupt because they spent all of this money that they've made from the West selling all this cheap stuff to us. It only goes so far. And your own population demands services and rewards for the hard work that they've put in for decades to build China up into an economic powerhouse. And now they want their comeuppance. And many Chinese elders are now due their retirement money and benefits. And China is finding, just like in the West, it is not easy to carry all the population of your country in all age groups. There are certain people who are productive and make money that you can tax, but the rest are like children. They have to be educated first, a lot of investment to be made in the kids. And then when you're over 65, there's a lot of payback for these people and their loyalty to the country. And this is where the West has its issues. There's a lot of those of us out there who are either older or very young, and in the middle area is where we are lacking. And unless you import the middle, you're not going to be able to expand your country. And it's happening everywhere. Let's watch and see what happens. It's crazy. It's wild. It's wacky. What a day we're going to have today. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you for being part of this broadcast. And those of you who've been throwing me thumbs ups while I've been yammering away, I want to say thank you so much for this. 136 thumbs ups have come into this show with 338 of you watching. If any of you out there can find your thumbs up button, please do me a favor, nail that sucker. Hit that thumbs up for me. We want to hit 200 thumbs ups before we go into the markets every day. We got 2 minutes to get 55 thumbs ups. Can you come through for me with a surge of thumbs ups right now? I'm begging you, please hit that thumbs up button and get us up to 200 thumbs ups in the next 1.5 minutes. We got 39 to go. 161 are in now. We don't need, we got 166, 34 more to go. And I got 200 thumbs ups on this show. Thank you all so much for helping out and for your following of this old man on YouTube. 173 are here, 27 left. Oh, I only need 18 more. 182 thumbs ups, 18 more, and I got 200 thumbs ups with the last minute coming in for the opening. Larry's going to hit the bells, baby. The race is on. 14 to go, and Larry's about to hit the bells to start trading. Can we get 200? 13 needed, baby. Come on, kids. There's got to be 13 of you can hit that thumbs up button. 11. I need 11. Help me out. I'm drowning here. 6 to go. And Larry has hit the bells, and I need 6 thumbs ups, and I bet you they're coming in right now as we speak. Everybody, thank you so much for popping the thumbs up. There it is, 200. There it is. You guys are incredible. As always, you bail me out, and you are there. You deliver, and I love you guys for it. Thank you. so much. All right, we are open for trading. We are up and we are running and we are going to have fun today, aren't we? We're up 178 on AMC apparently, although that might be last night's quote. Yeah, that's last night's quote. That's not right now what we're doing. Let's keep an eye on these markets and see what's going on here. I've got AMC down 68 cents to 23.29. That is more accurate. There it is. It's now showing on my devices here. We've got, let's take a look here. The Dow Jones is showing, looks like a 2-point loss. S&P down 3, NASDAQ down 62, oil up 94 cents a barrel. Look at this. Headline, SoftBank sells shares, millions of shares of SoFi, 12 million shares of SoFi in a bid to reduce costs dramatically. I have said this again and again and again about how SoFi is not a problem child. It is a fine corporation firing on all cylinders and becoming more valuable every day. What SoFi has and so many other former stocks have, they have shareholder problems. They've got shareholders that have problems. And here is SoftBank that is in real trouble financially. SoftBank is in trouble and they are blowing off assets they don't want to sell to take care of IOUs and bills. And they have sold at least part of their 9% stake in SoFi. They made a filing and they said they've sold 6.68 million shares of SoFi at $8.17 a share. 3 days earlier, they sold 5.4 million at $7.99 each. And even with that, the stock went up to over $8 a share. Unbelievable that even SoftBank can't sell stock when there should be selling stock. They're selling it under duress. SoftBank apparently still owns 83 million shares of the online banking services company, but it is unclear whether it will continue to divest itself of more shares. There's an article reporting all of this right now. They have lost in their latest quarterly financials, the biggest loss in their history, $23 billion they have lost, and they're now trying to take a defensive stance to review cost across all of its investments at this point in time. Unbelievable how they are selling off stock to try and survive. It's not SoFi's fault. SoFi did nothing wrong. SoFi is the victim of this SoftBank having a massive problem. And you know what? I say good riddance to these guys. Offload your stock and stay the hell out of SoFi. We don't need you. We don't want you. And we have enough investors who believe in SoFi and will be here for the long haul to enjoy the upside. But SoftBank is in big trouble. AMC 22.96 down $1. GameStop 41.90 down 155. SoFi 751 down 47 cents. I think this is temporary. And what I would love to see, I would love to see, is one trade where SoftBank sells all its stock to another institutional buyer who wants in for the long haul. That would make the stock go to $15 a share. If a Ryan Cohen or a name guy, girl, somebody huge came in and said, I just bought all of SoftBank stock in SoFi, and I'm here for 10 years. I believe and I love this thing. I want this whole block for my long-term portfolio needs. This stock would go to 15 just like that because it would take this block out of the way. The uncertainty would be eliminated. I say all of you out there who are watching, 331 of you out there, I think you should put a bid in there right now for 100,000 shares each, and we'll just buy the whole thing up. I mean, come on, we could buy this stuff, can't you? 83 million shares of SoFi, we could take them out, can't we? I mean, you guys together easily could take these guys out. Oh my gosh. Unbelievable. SoftBank had exposure to Archegos, that hedge fund that blew up big time. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Unbelievable. SoftBank, paper hands. SoftBank, they have no hands left. Their head's been blown off. They are being blown out. Don't think this is voluntary selling. They were told to get out. I don't think they have much choice in the matter anymore. Unbelievable what's going on out there. Absolutely unbelievable. We're down 58 on AMC right now. We're down. We're up 24 on the Dow. We're down 22 on Matterport. Tesla down 13 bucks. SoFi down 36 cents. It's coming back. GameStop down 126 to 42.19. What a run and what a market we've got going here. Everyone out there, thank you so much for being here, being part of this channel. Those of you who are subscribers, I cannot. You joined my channel as members. I can't thank you enough. I thank you so much. Members only commentary from now on. Thank you all for your loyalty to this channel and keeping it on the air. Without members, we wouldn't be here. It just wouldn't happen. Thank you all so much. Spire is down 2 cents. Pfizer's up 51. We got GameStop down $1.36, Boeing down $1, Apple down 37, SmartRent down 19, ATIP down 15 cents to 101.5. That is what we're showing here right now on this market. We've got some negative stuff going on. 222 thumbs ups. You guys are awesome. 222 thumbs up. You came through for me again. I thank you so much. Humbling. I love it. We are watching a lot of stuff here. Micron stock falling again on reduced forecast. We are getting so many of these chip companies coming out saying we're having trouble, we're having trouble, we're having trouble. One after the other, after the other, after the other. Unbelievable. Kathy Wood's ARC Innovation ETF down 139 to 49.31 right now. Watching that closely. Watching Vanik Vectors. Keeping an eye on Vanik here. We're looking at it right now at down 583 to 233. This issue, the 52-week low, 189.94, the high of 318, and right now we're at 234. $44 away from the ultimate low of all time, or of the 52-week low on this thing. Unbelievable. Doesn't help that China is messing with Taiwan, with Taiwan Semiconductor over there. That doesn't help over there either. Lots of stuff to watch and follow. Rocket Lab down 4 cents, I believe. Let me get back to quotes here. We're down 71 on AMC. The Dow's down 9. We've got Matterport off 20 cents. Tesla down $16. SoFi down 39 cents. GameStop down 181 to 41.64. We got Pfizer up 39. Spire down 2 cents. Boeing down $1.30, Apple down 43, SmartRent down 18, ATIP down 19 cents to 97.8 cents a share. We were under $1. Rocket Lab down 5 cents to 5.40. Rocket Lab has not done much trading at this point. It is better. It got down to 5.34. Now it's 5.40, still off a nickel. ATIP trading at 97.3 cents. The volume 305,000 shares. Their numbers came in yesterday, and the market is not reacting positively to the numbers at this moment. The question is, are outfits like SoftBank out there sitting on millions of shares of our former SPACs, and are they being blown out by their bankers and backers and brokers? This is the $1 million question. I've said this time and time again, that the 8 former SPACs that we follow that are growing their companies bit by bit by bit have got shareholder issues. They have certain shareholders that are involved in their, floats that have got money problems. And this is why these markets are not going higher. These markets will not hit new record highs into a new bull market. We have got to get total capitulation. And we're not there yet. We didn't get it in June. We are still looking to get it going forward. Unbelievable what's going on. ATIP is below $1. D.H. Ruda, Uncle Bruce, I'm writing poor mind cover calls on GameStop. And I got my 8 GameStop August 1932's exercise. I now hold a short position on the shares. And October 21 calls. Do I sell the calls to cover short position or continue writing? Now, if you did poor man cover calls and you got your GameStop August 19's exercised, you've got to exercise your October 21's $21 calls. They've got to be exercised. You got to turn it into stock. If I get this right, let's see, do I sell calls to cover short position or continue writing? I'm writing permanent calls. I'm surprised that your broker didn't automatically exercise you on your October $21 calls. I would have thought that that would have been an automatic. I'm not sure how this works. I don't know who you're using. I don't know how this works, because each platform is obviously different than the other. But you've got the stock to cover the position, no question about that. So you got bought out. They bought the calls for the stock from you. You're short the stock. You now need to cover the stock. You got to buy the stock back to cover your position. Now, the lower the shares go right now, the better, obviously, because we're down to 41.84 on GameStop, down 161, the low of the day, 41.21. Now, you can buy your stock for $32. You can buy your stock for $21. You have calls that you bought that are 21s. You can buy stock at 21 to cover your short position. And then you're flat, right? You've got the cash in your account because you got $32 a share. You got to keep the premium from those shares those contracts you wrote. So you certainly have the money to cover. And I guess that's why your broker hasn't made any moves against you yet to make you cover, because you've got the money on hand at 32. You have an option at 21 or options at 21 to cover your position. So do I sell the calls to cover the short position or continue writing? If you can't sell your calls, you need to exercise your calls. You need to buy the 800 shares at 21 to flatten out your account. That's where I'm coming from. But then you are sitting with a cash balance because you've got $32 in your hand. You need $21 to buy these shares. You'll have the difference plus your premium difference. And then you can turn around and buy in the money calls all over again and write poor man covered calls yet again and bring in more income. DH, I'm not sure what your broker and platform is doing. This is where I'm in the dark here because I'm not part of that whole scene over there. But that's what I'm guessing is going on. Let's see what's going on. Does Uncle Bruce sound like he has an echo from time to time? I didn't answer this question yesterday, and I should tell you what's going on. I happen to have my phone over here as a camera to do this shot right here. You're looking at this right over here. That's my phone. Now, I have turned the volume right down as far as it'll go. I have put it on mute so that you don't hear my voice twice through the phone where it'll echo like crazy. But for whatever reason, as I speak to you here, I hear my voice over there as a broadcast. I hear my own broadcast through my phone. And on my phone, I've turned the volume all the way down, and I still have this tiny little voice. And so it sounds to you like an echo. And so I go, hey, can you hear that? That's what's going on. I still haven't figured out how to make that thing shut up. If anyone knows how I can make this thing shut up, would you mind letting me know? You can send me a private email. You don't have to bore everybody else with this, but I appreciate it. All right. It's not easy being me. Okay. I'm trying to buy more ATI pieces, Aaron. And okay, Uncle Bruce, I get what you're saying. I see what you're doing. Guardian, it's not too bad. Sounds like you're on the Bat Cave. There you have it. We are now on GameStop, 41.97 down 148. The low of the day, 41.21. Volume about 1 million shares. Very quiet to start the morning. We are watching the rest of this market here to see what's going on out there. I've got, hang on here. We've got the Dow up 15 points. We've got S&P down 6, NASDAQ down 93. And more negative news coming out from the chip sector. Hence why the U.S. government passed the bill to kind of get it going. We're down 22 cents on AMC right now to 23.68. This is the best level almost of the day for AMC. The high of the day, 23.78, we're at 23.58. And we just touched that 2078 level just a few minutes ago. We're still down 38 cents on the day at 23.58. Okay. Over on Rocket Lab, we're at 547. We're up 1 penny. We have broken up to go positive on Rocket Lab. I think the volume on it is just over 420,000 shares. 547. There was a very positive article in the Wall Street Journal about this company today, and I'm wondering if it's going to affect the stock. I hope it does. We'll keep an eye on that. GameStop, 41.55. Let me double check this. 41.55. The high for GameStop this morning was 43.19. That was an opening market salvo. I don't think that was accurate. A low of 41.21. We're at 41.55, down 190 on over 800,000 from what I can tell traded. AMC now 23.49, backing off from a little run that just had up to 23.78. We've just about given up 30 cents of that gain. And here we are with GameStop down 180, 181, 41.64, 40 cents away from the low of the day at the moment. 41.56 I'm also seeing. So a couple of trades now a little lower on the session. All right. Serena Williams announces planned retirement from tennis, says reports. Not a bad career, and many, many opportunities await Serena Williams going forward. No question about that. The Dow up 9 points. We've got S&P down 8, NASDAQ down 99. That's 0.79 of a percentage point for NASDAQ. We're down 0.17 on S&P, and we're up only 10 on the Dow, 10 points. The oil market up 106 in West Texas to 91.82. Brent crude is higher in Europe. There's a Russian pipeline having issues. Whether it's Russians' issues or elsewhere, I'm not 100% sure, but oil did pop a bit in Europe today. AMC trying to come back, still down just 18 cents. It's trying to rally a little bit here. GameStop down $1.60 to 41.85. It's off, but not off dramatically. It is lower, but not dramatically lower. ATIP is 94.2 cents a share, 94.2, down 22 cents today on ATIP. Absolute bargain here, but I can't tell you how low it's going to go. It touched 91.2. Now it's back to 94.5. The high of the day, 112. And yesterday we hit a high of, I think, 120 something. I can't remember exactly. But we were up a little bit before the earnings came out last night. Okay. AMC down 21 cents. The Dow up 8. Matterport down a dime. Tesla down $12 to 8.58. SoFi down 33 to 7.65. SoFi has been as high as $7.76, as low as 7.48. And the reason for the stock drop seems to be the announcement by SoftBank, where they have sold millions of shares to cover losses and try to reduce expenses. These guys are in big financial trouble, and they are selling off all kinds of stuff, including some SoFi that has been sold off already. SoFi, we're watching that very closely. 41.45 on GameStop. 41.48. We're down about $2 now. We're within 25 cents of the low of the day on GameStop. We're going lower on GameStop. We're off 23 cents on AMC, negative 7 points on the Dow now. The Dow has turned red, and NASDAQ is now down 105 points. It's backing off as well. Pfizer up 26, Spire down 3.5, Boeing down 92 cents, Apple down 47, SmartRent down 19, ATIP now back to 95.8, trying to come back a little bit. The AMC 23.77 down 19, Rocket Lab 5.50 up a nickel. Rocket Lab is catching a bit of a bid here at 5.50 now on a volume of about 550 plus thousand. Looking a little better there. This article might be helping in the Wall Street Journal. GameStop trying a little rally here, 41.96, trying to go back to 42. The low of the day, 41.21. We're at 41.99 on about 800,000 volumes. SoFi 768 down 30 after hitting 748 for the low, 7.5 million traded. And ATIP, let's keep an eye on ATIP. 98, looks like 97.9 to 98 cents. About a 7-8% improvement from the low, 658,000. There's a little move into ATIP right now after hitting 91.2 on the low of the day. 41.92 on GameStop. We're backing off. 41.84. Again, we're backing off on GameStop again. Down 13.5 on the Dow, down 10 on S&P, down 100 on NASDAQ. So we're getting a lot of fluctuations here. AMC's backing off. It's down 30 again to 23.66. It seems to be backing up a bit more. ATIP, 99 cents. We're coming back to a buck on ATIP, it looks like. ME is down to 377. Actually, it was as low as 372. It's back to 377 on 5.4 million shares. I think that's accurate. I think so. 376 down 21.9 cents on ME. ATIP 98.9 cents. Rocket Lab 551 up 6. It's green. Pfizer's green. We're looking at GameStop at 42.15, 42.10. We're backing up. No, we're coming on. We're coming on GameStop. Sorry, we were down in the 41s. Now we're at 42.15. A little better on GameStop. Still down 127 on the session. The Dow now is down 37 points, backing off. S&P's backing off. NASDAQ down 113. It's getting worse as we speak. Oil is only up 96 cents. 42.05, 42.10 on GameStop. Still down $1.35 on the session. Man, we're all over the place, guys. So we're just everywhere. There's winners, losers, everything in between, all over the place here. ATIP 98.4 down 18, ME down 18 cents to 379.5. Google down 70, HPQ down 58, Cisco down 21. Some of you who've rolled over your HPQs are probably looking at a nicer looking situation as those shares are backing off. Rocket Lab went green, says Bama Babe. Mute your phone mic. I did. I muted the phone mic. And I still am getting this. Yeah, I'm hearing you just fine. I guess my setup is too low tech, says Mirko. Tiff, ATIP under a buck. Ouch, earnings have been bad. Nick, not a bad career for Serena, who might be the GOAT across all sports in their respective leagues. Vilbus, I had to add some more ATIP at 93. What's got ATIP this low? Earnings came out last night. Tiff, Gowdy, they missed their own prediction and lowered their forecast. Gowdy, Tiff, thanks. Don't have an ATIP position, so I wasn't sure. Nick, Gowdy, earnings missed for ATIP with their main problem being not enough physicians being hired. Hard to be competitive in this job market. There's the issue. Everyone's got the same problem. Staff. Gowdy says, thanks, Nick. Not my SoFi, then it's not muted. See that? Well, there, you see, and I can't make it. I can't get rid of it. Even my little toggle on the side, it still comes up. I just don't understand why it won't shut up. I don't know. Please help me make it shut up. 388 on ME. We're only down 9.5 cents. ME is coming back. It was as low as 372. It's now 388. Let's take a look at everybody else. ATIP 95.9 cents. After hitting a low of 91, we're back to 96. 742,000 traded. GameStop 42.06, backing up again a little bit. 1.3 million traded. What is GameStop going to do today? Okay. How's everyone feeling about ME? Bama Babe wants to know. ME right now, 391, only down 6.5 cents. It's coming on. ME, 2.8 million volume now. There's the volume. High of the day, 395 today. It's at 391. It's only down 6.5 cents. coming back. Remember, it broke $3 last week. Then it broke 4. It's $3.91. It's coming on. ATIP 95.6 cents, down 21 on 758,000. We've got GameStop 42.06. The low of the day 41.21. Down 139 now on the day. The high of 43.19. We're at 42.06 right now on GameStop. AMC down 40 cents at 23.56. We just tried to get to 24, couldn't do it, and we're backing up to 23.34 now, down 62 cents on 13.9 million for AMC. Not my SoFi. ME is going to 5. John Anderson, stick the earphones into the phone. Maybe that'll do it for you. I don't think I have earphones here. I don't think I have earphones. Or do I? I don't know. I've got these. I got these thingies. Those looks like earphones, don't they? But this thing, I have to plug this into the bottom of the phone, but I got the power cord in the bottom of the phone because the phone uses a lot of power when it's a camera. So I can't put this in there. See the technical problem. Nick, the ME earnings call wasn't that bad either. Numbers missed, but the narrative showed progress with healthy cash on hand. That's right. They do have healthy cash on hand. $3.89 down 9 cents. ATIP 95.4. GameStop now 41.81. We're under 42 again on GameStop. 41.81. We're 60 cents from the low of the day on GameStop. We've got AMC down 74 again, dropping. AMC now at 23.22, down 74 cents. We'll watch how these all work themselves out. Tiff, Bama Babe, fine with me. That won't make money until one of their drugs gets approved. But if one does get approved, they should jump. They're on track, but it takes a while. Coyote, yeah, plug those in. I wish I could. Something, same thinking, says Bama Babe. Not my SoFi. There's an adapter for that. You see, Coyote, Apple products, ladies and gentlemen. Olivia, laughing out loud on Apple. Coyote, can't change your phone and use your headphones. You fools. Dave, the Mac guy, and Samsung. And thanks. What can I say? Travis, explain the problem one more time, Uncle Bruce, please. I was driving and didn't hear all the details. Ha ha. It's not the end of the world. We're going to be fine. 23.20 on AMC. 40 cents away from the low of the day on AMC. GameStop, 41.65. We are dropping. Down 180. Now 41.64. Dropping again. 41.21 is the low. 43 cents from the low on GameStop. 1.47 million traded this morning. Smoke Dog says, I set a limit order on ME for 322 right before the open. It hit, then jumped. I'll take the small win. Way to go. Way to go. 390. Way to go. Tankster, Dave the Mac guy. That's true to now. I don't know what that means. GameStop, 41.61. Down 184. AMC, 23.32. The Dow's off 42 points. At the moment, we've got S&P down 18, I think. Let me double check this. 41, 19-point drop on S&P, 159 on NASDAQ. NASDAQ's down 1.26%, S&P down 0.46, the Dow down 0.13. The Dow should be down 400 points if it's going to match NASDAQ's pullback. This is what we're talking about. The NASDAQ pullback is 1.2%. The Dow 0.12%, 1/10 of what the NASDAQ is doing. We have some red coming here if this is going to hold. Oil is only up 87 cents now. GameStop, 41.67, 41.61, down 184. 40 cents from the low of the day on GameStop. Okay. Oh my goodness. We're pushing. The Dow's off 53. It's slipping some more. S&P down 20. NASDAQ down 160. All right. All right. Thank you, all of you, for joining us today. Thank you for these thumbs ups. Thank you for your kind words of encouragement. 240 thumbs ups in this show. You guys are awesome. Keep them coming in. Thank you. We've got Rocket Lab holding a 5-cent gain today. AMC now 23.19, down 77 cents. Down 6 now on Rocket Lab. It looks like 5.39. GameStop 41.54. 33 cents from the low of the day. 41.54. Backing off now on GameStop again. Okay. Let's see. BW CCP chipmaker company executives arrested for bribes, and chip production is way behind. They wanted 70% of their own chips by 2025. They're barely at 30% today. That's why Taiwan blustering. Michael, I may get out of these SoFi 750s for cheap yet. Thanks, SoftBank. Alberto, Michael, let's go. SoFi 748, down 50 cents. SoftBank has been forced to sell SoFi shares to get some cash. They're in trouble. GameStop now 41.30. We're dropping here. We're at 41.29. We are within a dime of the low of the day on GameStop. 41.31 right now. 41.28. The low of the day, 41.21. We're coming in with selling. 41.25. We're dropping. We're down 2.20 on GameStop. AMC is to 22.92, down $1.04. It's also giving up some gas here. We are backing off on these stocks. AMC is within a dime of its low of the day. GameStop at 41.24, 3 cents from the low of the day on GameStop. 41.21 is the low. We're watching stock come in on these guys right now. The U.S. market, the Dow's off 58, S&P down 19, NASDAQ down 165. More selling coming in on the markets at the moment. GameStop volume 1.55 million. AMC volume 15.8 million. We're at 22.92. The low is 22.83. They're both approaching the lows of the day. Both GameStop and AMC seem to both be coming in to the low of the day right now. The Dow off 45 points. 41.24 last trade on GameStop, 3 cents away from the low of the day, it looks to me. 22.92 on AMC. GameStop 41.29 with the low of 41.21 in reach. We just hit 41.22. We're a penny away from the low of the day on GameStop. We're going to hit that 21 and lower perhaps at this pace. We may be coming into another low. Yep, there it is. 41.15 on GameStop, down 2.30. We've just broken the barrier. 41.13. We've just dropped again on GameStop. We are falling into new low territory on GameStop right now. 41.10. AMC 22.83. It looks like it too is at its low of the day. 22.76. It's going lower, down 120 on AMC. It's backing off. GameStop 41.08. It's now 40.94. It's dropping quickly here. GameStop 40.94 looks to be the new low of the day at the moment. Selling is coming in here. 22.61 is the new low on AMC. And GameStop now 40.90. 40.90 is the new low for GameStop now, as it is running into a buzzsaw of selling. Selling is coming in on these stocks right now. The Dow off 46, it would appear, now 54. Selling keeps coming on these stocks. 40.96 GameStop, 40.90 is the low of the day, and AMC is running into selling as well. All right, a little bounce back here. 41 on GameStop, trying to hold 41. I doubt it's going to do that. It's probably going to drop even further. That's usually the pattern with these stocks. Little bounces and then drops. They keep coming in. HKD. This is the AMT Digital Inc., this Hong Kong-based NFT stock that hit $2,550 a share, is now under 500. It has touched 358 this morning. 358 from 25.55. What a run there. Just devastating selling has been coming in over there. And we're watching all these stocks here just jump all over the place at the moment. The Dow now down, looks like 60 points. It looks like the Dow is approaching another low of the day here. Bit by bit by bit. It's just like Chinese water torture. One drop at a time. The selling just keeps coming and keeps coming. 23.58 now. No, that's not accurate on AMC. I don't think that's an accurate code. 22.62 on AMC, the low of 22.61. We're right there. GameStop at 40.95. We just touched 40.82, another new low. 40.83. We're approaching new lows again on both GameStop and on AMC. AMC's down 158. GameStop down over 260 at the moment. We're now under 41 on GameStop. We're under 20, under 40. Where were we here? Under 41 on GameStop. Sorry, we're under 20. We're 22.61 on AMC. Trying to keep up on this. Not easy to do. All right. Yep, GameStop 40.94. That's what we got. Headline: betting markets favor Ron DeSantis over Trump for the 2024 Republican presidential nomination as the FBI raids Mar-a-Lago. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Very interesting. 40.92 on GameStop. 22.72 on AMC. The Dow down 52.56. NASDAQ down 174. S&P down 21. We're dropping further. We're going lower. All right, kids. Let's go here. My ATIP is now 135 average. The Flint Creek Soap Company. Thoughts on ATIP? Buy it. We should buy the whole company. Cindy, well, I hope the person that exercised all 4 of GameStop calls is happy, says Cindy. I did get 100 shares of ATIP for 95 cents. Nice. Not my SoFi. Let's go ME. Nazareth SoFi dropping also. Not my SoFi. My ME. ME is over 4 again. ME now 387. It may have done it for a bit. We're trying to get over here. We're watching this market here. Hang on, 4. Sorry, my machine is acting up, so you're gonna have to forgive me here. First time in weeks I started the day with no calls written, and the market finally takes a dump, says Alex. Nick, AMC puts in the green, baby. There you go. AMC, watching it closely. We've got the low of 22.53 on AMC. We have GameStop low of 40.82. We got the Dow off 63, S&P down 21, NASDAQ off 179. All righty. We got ME 408. Apparently, ME seems to be at 408. I got a 410. Beautiful. 410 now on ME. 405, 410 on 3.3 million. So we're up. We're green on ME. We've gone green. ATIP 98. We're coming back on again at 98 cents on ATIP. Still down 18.9 cents on 975,000. ME looking at 408. How about that? Go, baby, go. AMC puts in the money. 22.53 is the low on AMC. 22.81 I think is where we're at right now. Rocket Lab 530 down 15 cents. We got GameStop at 41.02. 40.82 was the low. So a little dead cat bounce here, and we'll see if it goes lower again on these markets. Lots happening. 410 on ME up 12. ME is up 12 cents on 3.5 million. ATIP 97.9 at the moment. Smart Rent down 24. Apple down 106. Boeing down 149. Spire down 7.5. Pfizer up 35 cents. HKD 370 down $35. GameStop 40.94 again. coming back again. SoFi 746 down 51. Tesla 848 down 22 bucks. Matterport 488 down 24 cents. The Dow off 56. AMC 2277 down 119. AMC dropping again. That is what is going on over here, you guys. Tons of stuff happening at the same, all simultaneously. Unreal. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me today and catching up with what's going on in this market. We're watching to see whether this bear market is over, or whether we're coming into a bull market, or is this a dead cat bounce inside of a bear market? That's my thinking. We got 244 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody. AMC now 2283. We've got Rocket Lab still at 530 down 15, and GameStop 4082 was the low. 4109 is where we are sitting at the moment, and watching what is going to happen here. So much going on. Oh my gosh. Welcome one, welcome all. Those of you who rolled over your GameStops yesterday when the stock was 43, 44, you're looking good now. 45, 46, you're looking good now. And it may well continue here. AMC 2290 down $1.06. GameStop down 241. The Dow off 36 points. Following a lot of stuff here. Look at ATIP, $1.50 a penny. We're back over $1. And ME at 409.5, up 11.5 now. ATIP is pushing the high of the day, which is 112.5. We're only a couple of pennies away from the high of the day. Wow, maybe we're a dime away. Excuse me. Come on, ATIP. The low of 91. We're now at $1 on ATIP. People are scooping this up and stealing it. Super, super cheap. 1,034,000 shares traded on ATIP. ME volume 3.6 million. 409.5. The high of the day, 411. Wow, look at that. 41.16 on GameStop, down 229. The low, 40.69. We've got about a 50-cent bounce back right now. An attempted rally. AMC got down to 22.53. It's at 22.89. 36-cent bounce back at the moment. 18.8 million traded on AMC. The Dow down 28 points. Matterport down 21 cents. Tesla down 19 bucks. SoFi down 51 cents to 748. HKD down $35. Pfizer up 37 cents. Spire down 8. Boeing down 114. Apple down 87. SmartRent down 24. ATIP is 101, down 16 cents. Rocket Lab down 12. Sixtera down 56. ME up 20 cents. 418 on ME. 419 up 21 cents. High of the day right now on ME. 3.7 million. We're coming on right there. Karim, ATIP missed on earnings. Did you talk about that at all? We did. Karim, yeah, we did a little while ago. We're watching all of these stocks. ME had a bigger loss than thought, and we're up 20 cents now to 419. ATIP 102.5 coming back. 102.5 down 14.5 cents on 1,080,000. GameStop back down to 41.08, dropping again, and AMC 22.81 on 19.2 million. Lots going on. I was very surprised. Cindy says that my August 19 GameStop 32s are exercised this early, that they'd be exercised 10 days before. Well, Cindy, they gave you the cash plus the premiums, and now you rub your hands together and plot your next move, when you're going to buy the shares back. If they keep backing off, they're coming to you, or whether you're going to buy deep in the money calls and then write calls against those. We're scheming, we're watching, we're going to see what happens. AMC 23 bucks, down 96. GameStop 41.20, down 225. And ATIP 102.5, and ME $4.12. The Dow is off just 28 points, nothing too serious there. We've got, there we go. We've got the Dow off 23, 28. We're down 16 on S&P and 158 on NASDAQ. 4106 on GameStop. 4106. 37 cents from the low of the day. Now at 41, now at 40.96. We are coming off again. We're 27 cents from the low of the day on GameStop. We're backing up. 40.91. And AMC 22.81, down 115. Okay. 40.94, $41 on GameStop. ATIP 102.5, down 14.5 cents, up from 91 cents. ME 413 after hitting a low of 320. 320 for the low on ME. We're now back to 411. What a turnaround. 3.9 million volume. Wow, what a run. Amazing. 40.95 on GameStop again. Under pressure. $41 a share, 40.90. And 22.87 on AMC on 19.8 million. Volume on GameStop now 1.98 million. 40.98 last trade. Just about 25 cents away from the low of the day, 40.94. Google down 124. HPQ 32.68 down 78. Cisco down 9. Home Depot down 664. Robinhood at 1022 down 45. Vanek Vectors down 882. IBM down 72. Microsoft down 130. Goldman Sachs up $3. Meta down $3. Amazon down 280. Bed Bath Beyond 1071 down 70. We're dropping on Bed Bath and Beyond here. The high was 11.99. We've been as low as 1024. We're at 1073, still down 68 cents on Bed Bath and Beyond. BlackBerry down 22. Royal Caribbean down 211. Norwegian down 140. And Carnival down 55 cents. Target down 190. JP Morgan up 83. Costco down 340. Walmart down 27. Nvidia down $7. Disney down 135. American Airlines down 43 cents. 14.59. Netflix down $7 to 226. Moderna down $9 to 173. Watching a lot of red here, especially on the NASDAQ stocks. No question about the NASDAQ stocks in trouble. The Dow off just 3.5 points. It's the best performer with NASDAQ down 1.25%. The Dow is not playing ball with the rest of the market right now. It's on its own. It's in its own little world, trying to defy Mother Nature, I suppose, doing its own little thing. That's what we got going on. All right. Thank you all so much for being with me here today. Appreciate this. Love it that you're here with us. We're keeping an eye on these markets. So much activity. We have 249 thumbs up. So you guys are awesome. Thank you. 22.94 on AMC. Rocket Lab back to 534. GameStop sitting at 41.09. And let's see. DH Ruda says, Cindy, welcome to the club. Tiff, Cindy B shows that many people who are investing in GameStop don't know what they are doing. Pick knows you will be exercised early if your cover call is deep enough in the money. They didn't take my August 1936, says Michael. You're very likely exercised when you are that deep in the money on a contract, says not my SoFi. Michael, maybe on GameStop, but definitely not on Apple. And volatility is why, says not my SoFi. It's an affront to nature, says Coyote. Miraculous, I'm number 249 on the thumbs up meter. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. We've got AMC now at 22.86, down $1.10. Dow's down now 19 again, gone negative. Matterport down 21. Tesla down $18. SoFi down 50 to 748. GameStop 40.92, again under 41. Approaching the low of the day of 40.69. We're 23 cents away from the low. HKD down $55 to $3.50. Pfizer up 27 cents. Spire down 7.5 cents. Boeing down 82. Apple down 74. SmartRent down 26. ATIP back to 98 cents, down 19. Rocket Lab at 533, down 12. Sextera down 66 to 1166. ME 388.5 down now 9.5 cents after reaching 422 for the high on 4.2 million. We have got volatility on ME today all over the place. 389.8. Google down 107. HPQ down 78. Cisco down 8. Twitter down 3. Home Depot down $6. Carvana down $3. Robinhood down 44 cents. Vanik down $8.30 a share. IBM down 90. Microsoft down 90. Just a ton of stuff going on. The Dow now down 17, and we're down $1 on AMC, and GameStop down 233 to 41.08. 41.08. We're jumping around a lot. Miraculous Bruce, I wrote $7.50 SoFis for January 2023. I've been crossing my arms. Should I try to roll out or wait for it to come down or what? So, how are you doing on the trade? Are you up? Are you down? Are you even? How are you doing? SoFi is 744 right now. We've got pressure coming from SoftBank. They have to sell. They're probably being blown out, whether they like it or not. You're now, quote, out of the money, but you've got time until January, which is 4 or 5 months from now. If you do a rollover, you've got to check your option chain to see what the best deal is for you if you're going to make a move. Now, I don't know if you're up or not. I have no idea how you're doing. What are these trading at right now? That's another question. Let's see if we can do anything about this. Take a look at this market. Okay, SoFi, 743 a share right now. And let's go into the options. You've written January 2023 call options at, I think you said 7.5. So they're sitting at 133 to 136 right now. All right. Quick look here. I'm down. I sold at 120. Okay. So you sold 120. All right. Let me take a look here. Okay. You're not down much, which is good. We're right now at 133 to 136. Last trade at 135. And that's a nice tight bid ask, only 3 cents. 17 million exist on that contract, which is a nice open interest. That's really good. So these are active contracts, 750s. Obviously, they're in and around at the money, 743. I mean, that's right there. They're down 32 cents today, which is good for you because they're coming your direction. No doubt about that. So now the question is, what can you write for about $1.35 or so? That's maybe closer in. Is there anything you can do? Let me take a look at, just for fun, I'm going to look at September contracts. Yeah, September's, you can't write early September's. Let's see here. 650s, September 16th, we're looking at, yeah, 6s and 7s. No, September 23rd, 6.5s. And then October's, let's take a look at October. Is there anything to worry about here? Anything we can get into here? No, nothing October. No, I would just sit tight. I really would. I would sit tight right now. It's all premium. They're basically technically out of the money by 6 cents, and they're 133 to 136. Let the stock, do its thing between 7 and 8, perhaps. And there's no hurry for you to make a shift into anything else at this point. I would not recommend trying to write longer term contracts. I wouldn't burden myself with that right now. Right now, what you want to have happen is time go by and just let these contracts slip back in value. If the shares give up another 20 or 30 cents, you're likely going to be at 120 where you got out at, and you're holding your own. You're doing fine. Again, the shares and the contracts you've written are technically out of the money, so there is no rush to make this move at all. So that's what I'd be doing right now. Just sit on that cash right now, and just let them depreciate, because this is August, and you got September, October, November, December, January, 5 months. It's 150 days or less, and these are going to shrink out unless the stock wants to go. If the stock doesn't, it goes back. If the stock goes to 7, I bet you'd be down to $1 on these, and maybe down to 90 cents in the next couple of weeks, because time, so there'll be a 30-cent gain for you if you take advantage of it. And then you take a look at maybe writing 750s or further out if you wish to, or writing 7s closer in. We'll have to wait and see what the market tells us to do. But right now you're doing okay. Tiff, I have an HPQ August 12th 33.50. Buy it back now with a 66% profit, or hope that it'll be closer but below 33.50 for a better rollover. What do you think? So 33.50 on HPQ. By the way, GameStop is 40.84. We're approaching the low of the day again. All right, HPQ 32.49. We're down 96 cents. Things are working out. Tiff, beautiful. I don't know when it expires, but you're doing great. I would put in a stink bid. I mean, try to get this thing for super cheap. Not the last trade price, but super cheap. Let me see if I can find any way to take a look at this HPQ. Hang on. Let's see here. Hang on. Okay, there we go. There we go. HPQ 32.52 down 97 cents. Rock and roll. And let's take a look at options. Again, I am guessing here. Tiff, you're buying August 12th. Okay, August 12th. So that's this Friday. Oh, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Hang on. Let me see what we got here. Hang on. HPQ. This Friday contracts. Oh, I love this. 33.5. Yeah, they're sitting at 19 to 22. There we go. Okay. 19.22 is the bid ask on your 33.50s, last at 25. And I'm assuming you said 33.50s, right? Yes. Yeah, there you go. So Tiff, if you buy them back now around 19, 20 cents or something like that, you lock in the profit. Any kind of recovery on the market later today, you might write, maybe not these, but next week 33.50s, August 19s, you might do that. So this could be your opportunity to buy these back, 17 to 19 cents, something like that, and then take a look at either 33.50s for next week, which are 45.50. Maybe they'll go to 50.55, or the week after next, which is the third Friday. No, that's not the third Friday of the month. I apologize. But the next week, Friday, you could write 34s for maybe 65, 70 cents if they move up a little bit for you, because I can't see 33.50s at this point. So look, you're you're in a position in the next, 3 days to theoretically make another 19 cents, 20 cents. Okay. You don't have to do anything until later today. You can wait till this afternoon. Maybe the shares will stick around here and the calls will go to 15, 16 cents. You'll make another 3 or 4. I don't know how many you got. You're learning that if this is new for you, it's exciting. Every penny is money in your pocket. That's $1 every penny it drops for every contract you got. But you've kind of made most of your money. Let's admit it. Let's just say it that way. So if you can buy these back at 17, 18, 19 cents, score 66, 68, 70%, nice going. If the market has a bit of a recovery rally anywhere here today, maybe then you could write, like I said, 33s for a couple of weeks forward and bring in 60, 65 cents fresh cash. And here we go again, rinse and repeat. And if they drop the 20, 30 cents, you'll buy them back yet again, making money. Eventually, you'll do this with 10 or 20 at a time, and you're going to make a living on this. You can make a living doing this. Alberto, rolling. Uncle, you are the best. Alberto, I hope you're making nothing but money. Damn, Alberto, now I got Limp Biscuit in my head. Joe he's laughing with Joe. Joe, I guess I've got to introduce my daughter to that song now. Not my SoFi. I was hearing the Walmart ad, said Joe. Deuce Caboose, my take, ATIP is down 90% from its IPO not even 2 years ago. Unless their corp headquarters is burning down, how can the street be surprised on an earnings? Dude, you knew it wasn't going to be good. 90%. Alberto, Joe, better than this generation's music, that's for sure. I had my grandkids sit and watch Caddyshack again. Deuce Caboose, okay, I feel better. Joe, Olivia, buy in now, buy out, stocks app, now stocks down, back up. Tell me what you're going to do now. Just keep rolling. Alex Stiff, I'm waiting for a run up on HBQ, so no doubt it'll keep dropping. Hope that helps. Quick Six says, Alcabros, any thoughts on HBQ September 222? September 222, $34 strike. I sold at 123. September 2, 34s. All right, hang on. September 2, 34s. September 2, 34. You sold them at 122, and they're now 86 to 91, right? And we're at 32.52. Sit tight. Just sit tight. Cross your arms. Watch the depreciation keep coming your way, baby. You're getting richer every day now. You're just going to get richer and richer and richer. I love it. This is good stuff. I love this. Way to go, you guys. GameStop, 40.34. We have a new low on GameStop. Spire is off 11. Where am I? AMC now, 22.53. New low of the day, down 143. GameStop down 322 to 40.23. Are some of you feeling better about those calls you rolled into yesterday on GameStop? Way to go. Deuce, good grief. Did I miss something in the market? Everything is off. We're only off 64 points on the Dow. Just 64. That's it. And look at that GameStop. It hit 47.99 yesterday, and it's now 41.96. Or not even that. It's lower than that. It's 40-something, 40.20 or something. Unbelievable. 40.30 with a low of 40.21, I think it was. What a run. And it isn't over. We can go much lower than this. You guys know this. We're not even, we've only just started. We've got the U.S. market down 34, S&P down, the Dow's down 34, S&P down 14.5, NASDAQ down 148, Dow now down 22, all right? GameStop, 40.34 down 311. Those calls of yours out there have got to be backing off everywhere. And that is a good thing. And let's let that keep happening, kids. Option writers are having fun today. Option writers are making money today on all of their options that they've written or rolled into. 40.26 on GameStop now. Again, 40.22, we're at the low. 40.21, we're at the low again. On GameStop, we are backing up on GameStop here again. 15-point drop on the Dow. 22.69 on AMC. The low is 22.51. Volume 23 million. Not heavy at all on AMC. That is no volume to support this market. The so-called mother of all short squeezes for AMC is not happening with only 23 million volume. I'm sorry. That is unacceptable. We should be at 80, 90 million here. Not happening. GameStop volume at 40.37 is 2.4 million, which is 600,000 pre-split. That is not, no way can we hold this market. No way. Not enough buying volume coming in. No way can it hold it. 40.25. The low of the day, 40.21. Interesting thing. 7.45 on SoFi. Tesla, 8.60 down $10. Matterport down 25 cents, 4.87. The Dow off 19. HKD down 105 to $300. That is still getting crushed. Pfizer up 12. Spire down 11. Boeing down 118. Way to go, Alberto. Apple down a dime. SmartRent down 33. ATIP down 12 cents to 104.5. It's looking better. 104.5. That is looking better after hitting 91 today. Rocket Lab down 12. Cyxtera down 57. 23andMe 389.5 after being at 320 this morning and 422 for the high. A $1 move. We're still down 8 cents at 389.5. Not bad. On that one. Google down 62 cents. HBQ 32.50 down 94 cents. 32.49 down 96. Cisco down a dime. Twitter down 11. Home Depot down 6.33. Carvana 4.43 lower to $42 after hitting 50. Robinhood 10.16 down 52 cents. Vanik down 8.22. IBM down a $1.07. Microsoft positive plus 33 cents. Goldman up 169. US Steel up 17 cents. Meta Platforms down 250, Amazon down 177, BBBY down 115 to 1026. We're backing off on Bed Bath and Beyond. Near the low of the day right now on 29 million. We're backing off. Royal Caribbean down 236, JP Morgan up 57, Costco down 3, Walmart up down 11 cents, Nvidia down 6.55. Alrighty, $40.01. $40.01 on GameStop. We're going to break 40. We're going through 40 on GameStop here. Get ready. It's coming in. The selling is speeding up. We've dropped $8 since yesterday morning from its high. That is a $32 give back to $160 a share here on pre-split. We're at 40.0305. We are getting hammered. AMC 22.44, new lows at 22.37, down $1.50. We're backing off on GameStop, down 7.8% on the day. Another 80 odd cents, and we're into a short sale restriction. 39.86 on GameStop. We're under 40 now. Look at that. Yep, Deuce Caboose shouldn't have opened the brokerage account. Joe, oh my God, we got to get you into the mic. Get you the mic, Uncle B. Uncle Bruce sings the classics. Eat your heart out, William Shatner. Tiff, Alex, that's the thing. I like to have cover calls written at all times. If you buy back now and sell another, I won't get that much. But if HPQ goes back to 33.50 range, I could roll into 34. It's Beach Boy. I'm late, but I made it. Has the Chinese economy collapsed? Is Uncle Bruce still with the non-lamp and whiteboard at the same time? Worlds are colliding. Nick, why can't I write calls on SoFi? And Alex, Tiff, I messed up my roll yesterday. Bought a call back, but it was too stinky, and my ask rather than locking in, paying the price today, but another value lesson for the future. Tiff, but I have to risk that HBQ have another run, or I'll make less on my call than I could get now. We Germans have a really low risk tolerance. That's why we need a plan to go to the toilet. Nazareth, volume has dried up for sure. WD, would you roll 34.25 August 12 GameStop or hang out? 39.91 on GameStop. We are going down, backing off. Duncan, dip on duty. Michael, everything's coming up. Millhouse. Marco, see you in the evening, afternoon, like Bertie would say. Keep making the moolah. That's right, buddy. Thanks, Marco. We are at 22.35 on AMC. The low of 22.30. We're down 161. Volume on 24 million. No volume. The Dow off 20 points. Matterport down 29 cents. Tesla down $10. SoFi down 60 cents to 738. GameStop 39.94. Low of the day 39.85. Volume 2.6 million. Pre-volume, pre-split 650,000. No way, man. We need 5 million pre-split. We're not getting anything here. This is going lower. 39.93. We're backing off right now. Down 352 on GameStop. HKD down 104.92 to $300 a share. What a disaster that thing is. Oh my gosh. ATIP 104.5 down 12.5 cents. ME 391.5 5, only down 6.5 cents. It's coming back on ME. AMC down 150, 22.46. GameStop 39.88, 3 cents away from the low of the day. Again, we're going lower again on GameStop. I'm sure of it. GameStop below 40 says Wing Commander, buy order filled for GameStop, sub 40. Cindy B, oh, the lessons I have learned. WD, thanks, Bruce. Nick, I bought 5 ME3s. October 16th pre-earnings for 80 cents. Just sold 4 of them for $1.10. Casual 2-day gain, 37%. Last one keeping for a gamble. Look at that. Having fun. 22.52 on AMC. GameStop 39.84 with a new low of 39.78 on the GameStop. And the Dow is at the moment sitting at a 31-point loss. S&P down 13.8. NASDAQ down 149, 1.18%. U.S. productivity tumbles again in the second quarter. Labor costs up sharply. That is the underbelly of weakness in the U.S. I was talking about this earlier. We're going lower on these markets, kids. This is not good news. 39.79. New lows are coming in on GameStop. We're hitting 39.75 new lows coming in on GameStop. 39.72 is the new low trade of the day. We're approaching a $4 loss at this pace. It's on the way, and we're slowly but surely going to be down 10% on the day. Short sale restrictions are coming in on GameStop. If this keeps going the way it is, AMC is off at down to 22.30 for the low. Right now, 22.59. AMC has been under pressure, 5.3% lower right now. HPQ, kids, keep your eyes on that. 32.49, opportunity knocks. Well done, everybody. 40.06 on GameStop after hitting 39.72. We're not going anywhere here. We're going lower. This is, wow, this is selling. We're down 22 on the Dow, 28 now, down 14 on S&P, NASDAQ down 153. We're backing off again on the entire markets. Man, oh man, oh man. I've been on the air 2 hours, 11 minutes. Kids, I need a break. I got to get breakfast downstairs. Guys, are you having fun today? Is anyone making money? 3911 from Nazareth. That's the SSR number. Michael Downs, morning. Sorry I'm late. Busy snatching up these bargoons. Bama Bay, Biden signs CHIPS Act into law. CHIPS Act into law. Michael, 12 million shares. Deuce caboose. What a day today. Opportunities to make money today. It's happening. I'm so pleased. So many of you were able to do these rollovers, and now you are getting benefits. You're noticing your calls that you wrote in the 33, 35, 37, all these, they're all coming back to you. The stock's coming back left, right, and center, and I'm pleased to see it. You all deserve to make money in this market. No question about it. It's coming at you. It's coming at you. So stay tuned. Keep your arms folded. 261 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody, for these thumbs ups. If you're able to hit one on the before I say goodbye, please hit the thumbs ups. I'd love to hit 300 today, where I see all you making all this money. I'd love to see 300 thumbs ups. What a run today. What a market. 22.77 on AMC. We've hit 22.30 already. We're looking at GameStop right now at $40.10. We've already hit 39.72. We're going back in the 30s the way this is going. I tell you, it is coming. Wow, what a day. What a day. It goes well, says Hawkeye. John Anderson, thanks, everybody. Folks, I'll be on today at 3 o'clock for the final hour of trading today. And we'll together watch the close and count the chips that have been generated out there. Grab your profits, everybody. This is beautiful stuff. We got ATIP at 104.5 down only 12.5 cents now. That's an improvement. ME 383, we're trying to come back. Hopefully it will. HBQ at 32.50, and that is rewarding a lot of you out there who did rollovers. Good experience. You guys are getting smarter and sharper and more tuned on how to work writing options. It is a way to make a living. Michael, been waiting on a day like this to average down. Number 267 is the thumbs up meter there. 268 have come in. Thank you all. 32 away from 300. If anyone's watching on the rerun, please hit the thumbs up button for me and get us over 300 for this show. That will help again with YouTube analytics. I love it. Thank you all so much for being here. I'll see you at 3 o'clock this afternoon for the final hour of trading. And we'll keep an eye on these markets and see how they go. See you later, gang. You bet, Alex. Thanks all. Have a good one. We'll talk to you later. Bye for now.